Now we're shooting.
Wow.
Shut up. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Weekly with episode 4.
4
after,
and a half.
After last week's
Last week's what would you like to call that, Andy? A failure?
crash and burn.
Crash and burn.
Yep.
Yep. So what are we doing today? We're sitting in a parking lot at school.
Yep.
Because I don't have a lot of gas.
Then why is a car on there?
Because air conditioning is nice. Dude, I'm getting just sitting here. Let's find out how much gas I'm getting. Look, I'm getting so much gas it can't even tell me how much I'm going.
Well, it's like chilly outside, so I mean
it's chilly.
It's
chilly. I like this kind of weather.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the windshield wipers.
Very nice, very nice.
Anyways,
spring break.
Spring break. Well, we have the SAT tomorrow, so I'm not as hyped up because I
oh,
know I
yeah.
have the SAT tomorrow.
It's the SAT.
The SAT. The
Taking
Passat.
SAT.
I'm taking the SAT in my Passat. I'm gonna take the parking brake off.
Yeah. Okay.
What if we just?
I haven't studied at all for this.
I have a couple books.
I do have a couple books. I've never touched
I
them.
went to the seminar they had last semester.
How was it?
Didn't learn a thing.
Cool.
But yeah. Dude, the SAT though. Like, I feel like I'm not gonna do good on it.
I don't know.
I feel like I'm gonna do a lot better on the ACT when I take it.
I feel like I'm gonna be kind of average.
That's what I feel like. I feel like
Yeah.
I might do. I feel like I might get average on.
I mean, like most colleges, if you're like at least like
I mean,
top,
if
if
you're
you're
at least
top,
av-
if you're
dude,
like
if you're
like
average-
top 10, you're automatically in like
and,
most like
yeah,
most
and
public
luckily
ones.
you are.
Yeah, I'm like
49.
be really.
In second percentile, or second quarter.
Then if
but
I
have a 3.7.
you have a 3.7.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
But I'm in the 49th percent.
well.
You see how
It's because our cool. That's
You
because our
s-
school's so big.
well, and it's so competitive.
Yes.
That's how school is. Like, I honestly would consider. Well, okay, I wouldn't consider it, but had I been younger and not knowing how awesome our school is,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have minded going to a school where the graduating class is 100.
Yeah.
And it would have been easy to be in the top 1%.
I would be top 1.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
I went to a small
And
school.
I'd be at least in the
probably,
top 10. I mean,
yeah.
if you had 1,000, if you even had 1,000, that would mean the top 100.
Yep.
And you're in the top. What?
I'm top.
You're top 1%, aren't you?
No, I'm.
Oh, you're
12,
7.
I'm 12%.
Oh, you're 12%.
Yeah.
But that's what, one out of.
What's 140?
We have 140.
I'm 140 out of like 15.
Okay, that's basically would be the 10%.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right there. I think you'd be
Pretty much.
in a smaller school. Let's make it to at least 7 minutes of us just sitting here.
Why?
I don't know. It's not like it's gonna make a difference if I stop.
Yeah,
we'll
not
stop and
really,
get
no.
gas, I guess. I don't know. Just. I have 45 miles worth of range.
Cool. Oh, that's cool. How you can set your thing.
Huh? Yeah. I was keeping on this just because.
We're promoting Volkswagen now.
Huh?
We're promoting Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we are.
And every once in a while, I'll have this Nikon strap.
You know, it'd be
in the
great
frame.
as if they paid us to do that.
Yeah, I know that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, shame that they don't watch it.
And every time.
Hey, if any of you Volkswagen executives are out there, we would love to have a sponsorship by you.
And I'm always wearing an Express
Sponsorship.
jacket.
Express, Volkswagen, Nikon, half the other stuff we talk about.
We can sell out. We can sell out right now.
We can just sell out. We're always wearing
the iPod right there. Apple.
Let's account for what all is in here. That's gonna be something fun to do until we can actually get on a topic.
Yeah.
All right,
Samsung.
Rocketfish charger, Puma backpack, Hollister jacket, Old Navy. I don't know what these are, but I found them at the store. No, don't put that down.
Product placement.
It's gonna fall over. Sunglasses. Those are Volkswagen.
Oh,
actually.
that's where my lens cap went.
Is it really back there?
Yes, that's
Ah!
a little plastic thing. Okay.
I was wondering what that was. I was about to throw it away.
Please don't.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anything in here? Oh!
I need that. Oh, a hard drive. Seagate? Question
I don't know what it is, dude.
Oh.
It's like a hard drive. I don't know, dude. I don't. Stop yelling at me.
Alright.
Anyway, well, we've been talking for 2 minutes about that. That was a good job. So I tried coffee
Yes.
yesterday.
Dude, I like coffee. Coffee. I like coffee.
Cannot drink coffee.
Why not?
It's not my brew.
Dude, because you got half and half.
What else was I supposed to put in it?
Did they not have like regular?
They had half and half, and they had milk.
Chill out, dude.
Allen High School.
No, you just put milk. You don't put half and half. Half and half is gross.
Nobody told me that. But the guy there was so cool. Like,
Oh yeah, can I get a short vlog?
No, so like I walk up and I was the way the Stonebriar one's laid out, it's kind of
Yeah.
awkward.
Mhm.
And so I was like, oh, here's the line after like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And dude was like, he was kind of standing away from the cashier. He's like, hey, what can I get for you? I was like, can I get a short blonde roast? And he was like, short blonde. And I was like, I don't even remember, but he said something.
Yeah.
Like, he said something else while he was making the coffee. And he just starts cracking up.
You did.
Both me and he did. Me and he. He
Him
and I. Him and I?
Him and I.
Gemini.
I'm a Gemini.
Are you really?
Yes.
Irony. I was gonna hit the horn, but then I
Are you?
realized I'm on a cusp, which is like between 2 days.
Uh-huh.
Like it's the day that's disputed of which.
Yes.
So I'm either a Libra or a Scorpio.
I like Scorpio.
Scorpio is like really cool, but I hear Libra's a fun group. Grouping. It's raining.
Yeah. They could probably see that actually.
The rain?
No, the windshield wipers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what brand Volkswagen puts on, but 6 minutes in.
Yes.
We're doing a pretty good job.
I think we are.
Especially for just sitting in the car, not going anywhere.
That's a very good point.
There's a Chrysler right here. I like Chrysler.
I'm okay with Chrysler. I mean, it's a luxury brand. I mean, sure, good enough.
You know, like, okay. Like, you know how Volkswagen, it's Audi and Porsche and all that stuff all grouped?
Are they all the same, like, company?
Yeah. No, it's
like
Volkswagen Auto Group.
subsidiaries?
Volkswagen Auto Group, Volkswagen, Audi, Porsche, Lamborghini.
Yeah, they have, like, consumer, and then they'll have,
I want to say Bentley almost, but I feel like that's wrong. Maybe Rolls-Royce. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
But those are the big three that I can think of.
Yes.
4. And, like, they're always in competition with BMW over here.
BMW.
Yeah. And, like, I want to be able to put down BMW because I would 10 times out of 10 choose a Volkswagen or an Audi over a BMW.
Because?
Just because that's what I've grown up in is a Volkswagen or an Audi or a Porsche.
I wouldn't mind an Audi. An Audi's like
Audi are
the A4.
The A7.
Yeah, the new.
The A7 is gorgeous.
Just like
the A8. That's what my dad drives.
No.
It is so spacious.
Dude.
Like literally, there's this much room in the back seat.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, there's not like the whole stick your feet out, but it's still like right here. Like my legs are fully expanded. That's the first time anybody sneezed on Weekly With. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know where I was going with that. Timer turned off. But I like BMW. I will admit it now. The BMW is a good-looking car.
It is.
Is it?
Yes, because I was just in that.
Yeah, you're just in that one.
Yeah. It was like a '97, I think.
I think it looks. I mean, I think it looks good.
It was only like
other than the
it was a couple
crash
grand
damage.
Yeah, it was a couple grand, but I mean, it's pretty.
To buy it or
no, to buy it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'd be like $7,000 for repairs. But
I wish I had a truck.
Why?
I don't know. Well, because I wanted a truck.
But actually, no, I want a truck too. Like maybe
okay.
Like American truck. Though.
Yeah, American truck. I mean, I saw one. I think it was a Toyota. It was on Top Gear a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The indestructible truck.
I never heard.
It was on the UK version, but I'm watching that episode right now on Netflix. And like, it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it's not the best, engine, chassis, stuff like that, but it's indestructible apparently.
Cool.
I haven't gotten to the part in the episode yet though.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I guess I'd rather have a domestic truck.
Yeah, I would too.
Dodge 1500.
Dodge 1500 or a Ford F-150.
Ford F-150 is a comparable. I want a Ford F-150 Raptor.
A Raptor?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Off-road.
Oh. Go off.
Oh my god.
Go
It is tuned to be an off-road truck, more or less. I mean, it's not. It's tuned to be a street legal off-road.
Street legal, yeah.
Street legal off-road truck.
Mm.
And it just looks so good. I think there's somebody here that has one because I saw him pulling in this morning.
I saw some guy.
But the way the grill is, it's different from the other Ford. Other Fords.
Dude, the other
We're almost out of time. Finish your story.
The other day, I saw a Ford F-250. Like over
That's what we have.
Uh-uh.
We have a Ford F-250
Dude, like,
Super Duty.
Yeah, it was like the suspension is like that high, and it was crazy loud. It sounded like a bus, pretty much. Muffler was like literally that big.
Muffler exhaust pipe, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing?
No.
Oh,
The exhaust goes through the muffler.
The thing at the end.
Yeah, exhaust pipe.
Yes, it's
Tailpipe.
like it was like gigantic. It was enormous. Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna turn my windshield wipers on.
There we go. Part 2.
Hurry up.
Section 2.
Yeah, just hurry up and get out of my line of sight, please.
My bad. Hey, there's a Ram right there.
Yes, there it is. I like how Dodge Ram split up. I think that's kind of cool that those feds stopped.
Yeah, good job.
People are really bad at turning their blinkers on recently.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's really annoying.
It really is, especially when I almost rear-ended some dude because he didn't brake until the very last second earlier.
No.
Yeah, he was mean. I don't like him.
What do you think about like hybrid cars?
Hybrid?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. The thing about hybrid cars that really irritates me is people give them way too much credit.
For?
Oh, the first fully electric car. Okay, let's think about where that electricity is coming from. Unless you're on an all solar or all wind plan, which is very expensive.
Yes.
Then you're producing just as much,
if not more.
if not more. It could be. I think it could be any range of less or more. But you're still you are still producing
emissions.
Emissions in.
Because emissions required to generate that electricity that
Right.
you're using to charge your car.
Right. The coal-powered power plant is charging your electricity-powered car.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand why people say, "Oh, electric cars are the way of the future." Well, they're not really. That's not going to make our country any more clean.
I think it's because like when you're driving the car, you're the person that's responsible for it. You actually see, like, you hear the muffler going or the engine going, and you know you translate that into like actual exhaust fumes and stuff.
Right.
So you feel like you're responsible for it.
But
so when they they're like selling hybrid cars, there's like no emissions, so that takes the guilt.
It takes the blame off them and puts it back on the power companies.
Yeah, pretty much.
And all the people that know what they're talking about, like me.
Yeah, it's like.
Are like.
What they're doing, it's really good marketing. That's what it is.
It's,
all right?
It's incredible marketing.
It's taking
because people are buying it. That's a good looking car.
No, yeah, I saw that the other day. You saw that the other day.
That's a train.
Oh, that one.
God.
I got the other one.
That is a perfect replica.
Cool.
Okay. But like, I would like to believe that electric cars are the way of the future, but they're not. What is this Audi right here? This isn't a T. Maybe it is.
This is Q7.
The Q7, the TDI, the diesel.
Yes.
Well, diesel is, it does have emissions. The new Audis have so low emissions.
You know, I think like
even with diesel.
You see, everyone's like talking about how we're gonna run out of fuel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And back in the day, I read an article online. I think it was zinc or whatever. It was one of the elements that were like really rare, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or either that or it was foil. I'm not really sure. Like
foil.
Tin foil. Aluminum foil, aluminium. Pretty much says that it's only rare until you can find a way to like process it like efficiency and use it like to like most amount of things. Because cars these days, we're getting maybe around like really good cars. I'm getting maybe 20-ish.
My average consumption right now is 6 miles per gallon.
Oh, well, yeah, it could vary a lot, but
it's 6.1.
You know, I'd say give it maybe 20 years. Get like
Dude, I think that within 10 years we're gonna have a car that gets 100 miles per gallon.
Like
I think within 5 years we'll have a 100 mile per gallon car.
Like industry standard, like that's like an average.
I think industry standard will be 50 miles per hour by the end of the decade.
50 miles a gallon. Yeah, it'll take a while, but I mean, because everyone has to like adopt to the new thing. Not everyone can, you know.
Yeah, well, and most people are, and they're adopting to their own new thing, and that's the thing is.
Yeah.
You know, just because you're not doing the same thing Lincoln is, that Honda's doing, that Jeep's doing, that, you know, you're still doing something similar enough that it produces the same emission to miles spectrum.
Yeah,
which is something I just made up.
I do think that. Oh yeah, that's a nice car.
2 miles per gallon.
Yeah, probably. I do think, you know, hybrid cars are.
I think that there's there's so many different kinds of hybrid.
The very distant future.
That's what I mean.
Like if you're going full electric, then
think about how many different kinds of hybrid there are. There's diesel, there's ethanol, there's mix, there's gas ethanol, there's diesel ethanol, there's gas diesel, there's nuclear now.
Nuclear.
We're gonna get to the point where we're gonna have nukes in our car, basically.
Oh, like
controlled fusion. Not necessarily, I don't know how it works exactly. But it's going to be a controlled reaction within our car that instead of driving along the road pulling out CO2, you're going with H2O. And there's a drip coming out the back of your car.
So it's like a uranium core inside?
No, you put hydrogen in, and H2O comes out.
Oh, I think I've heard of that. It's like
Yeah.
a hydrogen car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it's Mercedes is pioneering that.
Right now?
Has pioneered it.
Oh.
I want to say Mercedes, but it's quite an expensive car compared to.
Well, yeah, because
it's in a minivan actually.
Oh. Well, I mean, it's because like new technology, it's always going to take a while to go.
And this was maybe 5 years ago that they figured out how to do it well enough.
Yeah.
To sell it, but you also have to think. Oh, I'm almost out of hydrogen. Where am I gonna stop? Oh, that's right. Nobody sells hydrogen.
Yeah, like.
So you have to go somewhere special. Hydrogen, I'm sure, is some strange cost to it.
Hydrogen, I mean, it's the most like
plentiful.
Yeah, it's like 62% of the air.
I thought that was.
No, it's 60.
Is
like
it?
60, it's a very large majority.
It is a large majority. I know
it's
that.
like it's over half. I know that. I think I want to say like 60 to 70 range.
Is the timer even on? Did we turn it on?
No, it's not on.
Oh,
the oxygen is like another like
20,
15,
23.
Yeah, 15 or something like that.
I say it's 20.
And then the rest are like trace
carbon.
gases. Yeah, carbon.
Carbon is.
I think. Yeah, then other things.
Zinc. I don't know.
I don't even know.
Methamphetamine.
Yeah,
but like nuclear powered cars. That's gonna be. I think is gonna be probably the next thing.
It could be.
It's gonna be.
We could go many ways from here. It depends on.
I think natural gas cars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about the emissions about those, but I've heard that they're very, very fuel efficient. That they get a lot to the
See right there. There's a truck right there.
That is okay.
That diesel.
See, what people don't understand is that black smoke isn't actually.
That's what people perceive it as.
People perceive it as, oh, that is pure carbon dioxide. Or
because it's
whatever.
black.
It's not.
Yeah.
Literally, my dad has gotten 3 notifications because his truck has poured out black smoke.
Mm-hmm.
It's a diesel. Even without all the stuff that he's done to it, it would still do that. And people don't understand that. People are just confused by the fact that, yeah, it's a truck, but it's also not polluting as much as your little minivan or whatever.
That's like, everyone's so like uninformed, and that's why.
Yeah,
that's why companies are making bank with like everything.
Because there's nobody to tell them otherwise.
Yeah, we're becoming so like.
Yeah, I mean, there's another Audi.
Just taking it. Yeah, we're just.
I like Audi. Nuclear cars. What was the other thing?
Hydrogen cars, electric cars.
See, but that's the thing with electric cars. Unless you're on a clean plant.
Yeah.
It's worthless.
I'm thinking like maybe in the future. You see like rooftops, right?
Rooftops.
There's like a lot of surface area. Like maybe in the future when we can make solar panels like maybe cost efficient.
Yeah, dude, as soon as solar panels become cost efficient, our energy needs are gone.
Pretty much.
Because everybody could have a solar panel farm in their backyard, basically.
Yeah, basically. And
on our house in Vegas that we built, we actually had solar panels on our roof.
Oh, really?
We had 3 large solar panels.
How long did that like completely?
They were.
Were you pretty much off the grid?
No. We were not off the grid whatsoever.
No.
The house itself was on the grid.
Mm-hmm.
The heater for the pool and basically the pool hot tub mixed waterfall thing.
Yeah. That was
off the grid.
Okay.
The heater for that, the pump, that was off the grid. But it took 3 large solar panels to do so.
How big?
Half of our roof. A quarter of our roof, I'll say.
How much you say that? How many square feet? Square yards?
I can't estimate that. I was 10 when we moved. I can't. But that's what they did. It was enough power to heat a pool, which
that's pretty good.
Heating that much water. Think about that.
Yeah, water takes a while.
Exactly.
Considering
specific heat.
Yeah, specific heat capacity.
Heat index.
It's like 1 calorie.
Do you have money?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I was gonna say something, I forgot about.
Do you want to just? Can we just? I'm gonna We'll figure it out off camera. But like,
okay,
I know that there is one thing that I'm leaving out that is the next thing that I just can't think about what it is. Solar
panels.
I think solar panels are going to be a good thing.
Yes.
I just don't understand why half of Nevada hasn't been turned into a solar plant yet.
I mean, the whole Midwest. There's like no one living there.
Well, there's no one living in the deserts of Nevada.
Yeah.
There is literally nothing outside of Vegas until you get to Reno.
Yeah.
I mean, there just isn't, because nobody wants to venture out from the city.
Mm-hmm.
Because Vegas isn't a live-in city. It's
pretty much.
It's just like go to have fun. And I mean, the only reason we were there was because people still do have to live there.
Yeah.
And somebody decided, hey, we're going to capitalize on the car industry here.
Yeah, pretty.
Okay.
Also, like,
I'm not going here in park.
Okay, I'm thinking like solar panels in the future. If we can make them like, I think there's a thing on Myth. Okay. Anyways, we were talking about
solar panels and concentrating.
Yeah. I'm thinking
we're gonna go ahead and park.
Okay.
So that but I think that that's a very I mean I understand where that's coming from, you know, and how that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you know, as a high school physics student, I have to think, well, would it be more efficient to build this a little bit more obstructive, this a little bit more taller concentration?
Yes.
Or I'm gonna turn that off, I guess. Or a normal sized, wider solar panel. Because if they generate the same electricity, there's no point into I think
it depends on how much
room you have.
Yeah, how much real estate you have.
If you're Los Angeles and you have all these big buildings.
Yeah, you'll probably want
well, no. You would have to have the flat panels.
Yes.
Airspace restrictions. Once you build a building, you typically can't build up.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to. I mean, that's just how the FAA says. All right, you're done. You know, once you hit your height, you're done.
Yeah.
You can't. You might be able to get away with a radio mast or something.
Maybe.
But 6 foot, 7 foot.
Yeah, maybe like a 6x6, you know, little panel.
6x6x6.
6x6. No, it's not be a cube. It's gonna be like 6x6, you know, like panel, right? And then it might be like maybe like this tall, depending on how much.
The concentrator would.
Yeah, and then you'll need the frame.
Well, I thought it was gonna be like.
No, I'm talking about like the actual like the cell
panel itself.
Yeah.
But then the concentration.
Yeah, you might.
Would be another 6 feet.
It might be, depending on how big it is. You'll have to like scale.
Well, and it would plus have to be wider to draw in the electricity too. To draw in the sunlight.
It would also need a motor. So you could, it would rotate like
with the sun.
Yeah. Especially considering that now that there's.
That's what solar panels do.
Yes, I know. No, but now considering that there's a like, say, if you're doing the lens concentration, you'll have to it has to be more precise. You have to get the sun like right in the middle to get the max efficiency, or else.
You lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't hit it exact, you're.
Yeah.
Tough luck.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm thinking like.
Try again tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna solar panels can be widespread in the future.
And solar panels, but think about places like San Francisco. That would never work. You could never have, unless you had a massive solar panel effort. It would be near impossible because it's cloudy 99% of the time. No, 75% of the time.
Okay.
I mean, when we went for 3 days. It was foggy in the mornings until about 2. Then the sun would come out for a little while.
Yeah.
Then it'd rain. Then it was nighttime.
Yeah.
Then there were no clouds at nighttime, of course. You know, of course, when you need there to be clouds.
Yes.
There's no clouds. No clouds.
First world problems.
But, so in places like that, it wouldn't work. But in places like the middle of New Mexico.
Yes.
Why don't we have I mean, we do. Why don't we have more giant solar panel farms there?
That's a very good point. Like Arizona, just like the whole strip between the Rockies.
How about we just push everybody that's in Arizona into New Mexico? Make Arizona a solar plant.
Make the whole state.
Make the whole state one big solar panel.
You could probably power the whole country. Matter of fact, not.
It would take a lot. And I think another thing is offshore wind farms.
Wind farms?
Because
offshore?
Yeah, that's what they're doing now. Is putting the wind farms offshore. Because think about it. There's high winds on the ocean.
Yes, there is.
Hurricane.
Yeah, but what about stability?
Tough luck. If it falls
rigidity.
over, it's going to sink to the bottom. It could be made of something that would decompose a little bit, but that would also stay there, build a habitat for fish, 100% clean.
Okay.
Anything in there wouldn't poison the water. You have to, you'd have to be careful with the cabling linking it back to the mainland or back to or even off to another oil rig where that, maybe 20 windmills would go to a oil platform, and then they charge it there. They put it all up.
How far offshore though?
About as far as the drilling platforms are.
Drilling platforms.
The offshore drilling platforms in New Mexico, Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
About there, maybe a little bit further. I mean, but of course, getting them,
actually installing them
would be very difficult.
Yeah, that would. I don't even know how do you do
magic.
Rigs? Yeah, I don't even know.
I've honestly just considered it to be magic. For about the past 10 years, I've just look at oil rig.
Control V,
Control C, Control.
Like right there. That's pretty much what it is.
You accidentally hit a wrong button and you get BP.
Oh, JK. Yep.
Well.
Yeah, oil spill.
BP joke.
Very bad.
Very bad. If you're in the Gulf of Mexico,
Gulf of Mexico.
Mocha,
yes. But anyways,
mocha latte.
Woo. Okay, say, like, I'm thinking, like, we're solving our power problems, right?
Right.
Say, like, we have, like, the wind farms offshore. I'm thinking, like, those could produce, like, a lot of energy. I'm thinking.
I'm not really sure.
I've
heard things, and it was a while ago that I heard it, so I don't know if it's actually true or if I just made it up.
Yeah.
That those things, when a gust of wind blows by, let's say for 3 hours.
Yes.
And they power up. They charge a battery.
Yeah, they spin.
Yeah, they charge a battery.
Mm-hmm.
That battery keeps it spinning, which then generates electricity.
Wait, what?
I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't know. I just heard something that they have a thing that would make the thing keep spinning so that it stays spinning or something.
Oh, it's like...
So that it doesn't draw energy off the grid to start the computer or anything.
So it keeps spinning itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think it gets you. Like one of those, like...
carbon neutral, but...
It's like one of those, like...
off the grid.
Yeah, one of those, like, pendulums or whatever. I'm not sure. Like, they just keep kind of going and going.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
They're just really good at keeping their energy.
They're just really good at being
like,
windmills.
Say we do that, like, and then the future, like, if we can make solar panels widespread for everyone, say we have them, like, standard for, like, every house.
Every house gets 2.
Yes, and they're, like,
I would
really
do that.
efficient.
If they said, like, if the government were to say, we'll subsidize, okay, let me rephrase that. They did say we're going to subsidize solar panels, and that did not play out.
No.
Did you know that?
No.
Government subsidized gave money to a solar panel company.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Belly up. Died. Dead in the water. We're done. We're done here. But, I mean, if there was some sort of tax write-off or something, some clause that said if I have a wind farm or solar panels on my house, that you're not going to appraise my house for less. Because that's what they would do. If you've got a giant hole in the ground where your windmill would be, that's going to make your land value go down. Like, so I need something to say that that's not going to happen before I put a wind farm on my house.
Yeah, but, like, the thing about that is, say,
I would not mind having my house being...
If the government pays for our solar panels,
No, I don't want them to pay for them. If they pay for them, then we owe them.
Yes.
And they're going to make it seem like we owe them.
Okay, so, like,
I'm not doing that. I do not want the government to give me things. That's not what the government's for.
Okay, so you're saying, look, what you were saying earlier, like, if...
Tax write-offs. That's all I want, is a tax write-off.
So if you have solar panels...
A waiver.
On your property, you don't have to pay taxes. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that I don't want to have to pay more taxes because of some sort of stupid clause in some tax law that says if you're selling electricity back to the grid, you have to pay taxes on that.
Yeah.
No. I bought these solar panels. I'm not a company. I'm just a guy with solar panels on my house.
Yeah, see, like...
I'm green. I'm completely green. I'm not paying any more than the guy next door. Or any less. Just...
Yeah, and think...
It doesn't mean anything that I'm not paying electricity bills.
I'm thinking that'd be... If you like phrase it like that, that's a good thing, because if we produce our own energy, right? We're not paying anyone. So it's like...
And
there's like I think there are 3 central like power grids for the U.S. Like one.
I want to say
it's like one one for the east, one for the middle, and then one for the west.
Sure.
Say like.
I've never done a lot of electricity research.
Yeah, I just heard something.
Yeah, it's just
online.
Wikipedia.
Pretty much, but I mean, becoming like decentralization. We're becoming like more independent. Like as like technology improves, like we don't need for like big like.
Power plants.
Yes, for producing energy because we can make our own, and that might put the power plants like out of business since we're not using energy from them.
The thing is that then they would have to innovate.
They would have to find a way to like equalize that and then keep up their business.
What that would be the government says, keep your company in America, sell your electricity to China or Canada or. And I'm sure Canada do the same thing we're doing because Canada is basically America and America is basically Canada.
Technically.
I mean, it's basically just United States for Canada.
We're just kind of slow. The gay marriage thing.
I don't know.
I don't even know why we're doing this.
I don't even know Canada. Well, we've got 30 seconds left, so we may as well sign off. But this was a good one.
Yeah, I like this one.
God,
this was a good one.
We're back. That's what we're going to call this episode.
We're back.
We're back.
Woo!
And now we're apparently doing it on Fridays.
Probably.
Yep, I like it more on Fridays, actually.
Yeah.
I think it was just we were wore out that day.
And we have to get a good topic, too.
And, and smartphones, and I was being butthurt about Lord knows what. But you know what? We're all good now.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Bye. Okay, we're out. I've been younger and not knowing how awesome our school is. I wouldn't have minded going to a school where the graduating class is 100.
Yeah.
And it would have been easy to be in the top 1%.
I would be top 1.
Yeah, exactly.
I went to a small school.
I'd be at least in the top 10.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had 1,000, if you even had 1,000, that would mean the top 100.
Yep.
And you're in the top. What?
I'm top.
You're top 1%, aren't you?
No,
you're 7.
I'm 12%.
Oh, you're 12%.
Yeah.
But that's what, 1 out of.
What's 140?
We have 140.
I'm 140 out of like 15.
Okay, that's basically would be the 10%.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right there. I think you'd be
pretty much
in a smaller school. Let's make it to at least 7 minutes of us just sitting here.
Why?
I don't know. It's not like it's gonna make a difference if I stop.
Yeah, not really. No.
I don't know. Just. I have 45 miles worth of range.
Cool. Oh, that's cool. How you can set your thing.
Huh? Yeah. I was keeping on this just because.
We're promoting Volkswagen now.
Huh?
We're promoting Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
And every once in a while, I'll have this Nikon strap.
You know, it'd be great as if they paid us to do that.
Yeah, I know, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, shame that they don't watch it.
Every time.
Hey, if any of you Volkswagen executives are out there, we would love to have a sponsorship by you.
And I'm always wearing an Express.
Sponsorship.
Express jacket.
Express, Volkswagen, Nikon. Half the other stuff we talk about.
We can sell out. We can sell out right now.
We can just sell out. We're always wearing
the iPod right there. Apple.
Yeah, let's account for what all is in here. That's gonna be something fun to do until we can actually get on a topic.
Yeah.
Right.
Samsung.
Rocketfish charger. Puma backpack, Hollister jacket, Old Navy. I don't know what these are, but I found them at the store. No, don't put that down.
Product placement.
It's gonna fall over. Sunglasses. Those are Volkswagen.
Oh,
actually.
that's where my lens cap went.
Is it really back there?
Yes, that's a little plastic thing. Okay.
I was wondering what that was. I was about to throw it away.
Please don't.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anything in here? Oh!
I need that. Oh, a hard drive. Seagate?
I don't know what it is, dude.
Oh.
It's like a hard drive. I don't know, dude. I don't. Stop yelling at me.
Alright.
Anyway, well, we've been talking.
Now we're shooting.
Wow.
Shut up. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Weekly with episode 4.
4
after,
and a half.
After last week's.
Last week's what? What would you like to call that, Andy? A failure?
Crash and burn.
Crash and burn.
Yep.
Yep. So what are we doing today? We're sitting in a parking lot at school.
Yep.
Because I don't have a lot of gas.
Then why is a car on then?
Because air conditioning is nice. Dude, I'm getting just sitting here. Let's find out how much gas I'm getting. Look, I'm getting so much gas, it can't even tell me how much I'm going.
Well, it's like chilly outside, so I mean.
It's chilly. It's chilly. I like this kind of weather.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna do the windshield wipers.
Okay. Very nice, very nice.
Anyways,
spring break.
Spring break. Well, we have the SAT tomorrow, so I'm not as hyped up because I know I have the SAT tomorrow.
It's the SAT.
The SAT. The Passat.
SAT.
I'm taking the SAT in my Passat. I'm gonna take the parking brake off.
Yeah. Okay.
What if we just?
I haven't studied at all for this.
I have a couple books.
I do have a couple.
For 2 minutes about that. That was a good job. So I tried coffee.
Yes.
Yesterday.
Dude, I like coffee. Coffee. I like coffee.
Cannot drink coffee.
Why not?
It's not my brew.
Because you got half and half.
What else was I supposed to put in it?
Did they not have like regular?
They had half and half, and they had milk.
Chill out, dude.
Allen High School. Woo!
No, you just put milk. You don't put half and half. Half and half is gross.
Nobody told me that! But the guy there was so cool. Like,
oh yeah, can I get a short blonde?
No, so like I walk up and I was the way the Stonebriar one's laid out, it's kind of awkward.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, here's the line after like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And dude was like, he was kind of standing away from the cashier. He's like, hey, what can I get for you? I was like, can I get a short blonde roast? And he was like, short blonde. And I was like, I don't even remember, but he said something.
Yeah.
Like he said something else while he was making the coffee.
A couple books I've never touched.
I went to the seminar they had last semester.
How was it?
Didn't learn a thing.
Cool.
But yeah. Dude, the SAT though, like I feel like I'm not gonna do good on it. I feel like I'm gonna do a lot better on the ACT when I take it.
I feel like I'm gonna be kind of average.
That's what I feel like. I feel like I feel like I might get average on.
I mean, like, most colleges, if you're like at least like
I mean,
top,
if you're
like top 10, you're automatically in like most like most
and
public
luckily
ones.
you are.
Yeah, I'm like
49.
You really?
In second percentile, or second quarter.
Then
I have a 3.7.
You have a 3.7.
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
But I'm in the 49th percent.
Well.
You see how
Because our cool. That's because our school's so big.
Well, and it's so competitive.
Yes.
That's how school is. Like, I honestly would consider. Well, okay. I wouldn't consider it, but had I